Hello, and welcome back to 10 out of 10 We'd Watch Again with Lauren and Russ.
Hello.
In true spooky season fashion, and because the fourth one literally just dropped a couple of weeks ago, we figured why not go over the main three Conjuring movies. Now, we can do an episode on all the spin-offs if it's something you're interested in, but I really don't want to watch the first Annabelle again.
Nah, it's terrible.
The first Nun as well, that's pretty shocking
Yeah,
too.
that's not much better.
So today we're just focusing on the main three, well, now four of the Conjuring franchise. And Ross is going to hit you up with a bit of knowledge on the Warrens because he's a smart cookie.
Some knowledge, son.
So, general overview of the franchise. The films follow the Warrens being all wholesome and funny and in love and fabulous. And in between all of the nice wee cheesy scenes, we get them actually fighting ghosts and demons and saving families.
Aye, pretty much, aye.
That's every single one of the films.
That's all four of them, aye.
I know you've got more knowledge about it, and I think we can go into obviously the based on a true story thing, because obviously the real Annabelle doesn't look half as scary as the movie Annabelle.
Yeah.
And the stories in the films are like a million miles off from the actual stories that happened. And apparently the Warrens just really weren't nice people.
Yeah.
But, and I'm not saying this in a let's separate the art from the artist kind of way, but I'm just happy to take the Conjuring movies as like straight fiction. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you have to at this stage.
Yeah, like I'm not watching the Conjuring movies and being like, oh my god, in Enfield that actually happened, you know? I think there's something in the Conjuring universe for everyone. Like, obviously you have your jump scares and your frights, but then there's also like really wholesome moments between like the Warrens and the families and all that kind of stuff. And obviously the movies look great. Some dodgy CGI, but we'll get into that. The score of the Conjuring universe, like across the board, is super fucking menacing.
Yeah.
And like the second the movie starts, you're like, cool. Do you know what I mean? And the scripts don't really give off that whiff of AI that quite a lot of them do these days. The first two, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a noticeable difference between the first two and the rest.
Absolutely.
And that's down to James Wan.
Oh no, absolutely. Like, James Wan has this like gorgeous way of making you feel like the most terrified you've ever been in your life, and then 5 minutes later you're absolutely cracked up at something fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like there's always like shite banter between people in between the pure grim like demon things, but like you say, the ones that James Wan directs or is like directly involved in, they're always the better ones.
Oh yeah, the difference is night and day.
Absolutely.
Right, so in light of talking about James Wan, I just want to go into a bit of like his career, like especially in horror.
Absolutely, he's your man, isn't he?
Yeah. So I mean, he's kind of an influential director of, from the 2010s especially onwards.
Earlier than that, Rossi, you did Saw.
Aye, let me get into that.
All right, sorry.
I'm trying to set a scope here, right?
Sorry, right.
Trying to paint a picture.
Right, I'll just sit here heavy quiet, right, sorry.
So, seeing as you've already said that, one of his first ones was Saw. If you don't know Saw, then, where were you in the early 2000s?
Yeah, 100%. What rock were you living under? How many Saws are we on now? Like 10?
Oh, fuck that. Then you've got all the other ones. It's just Jigsaw. And it's cool.
I like that one.
So yeah, like Saw obviously kind of rebooted the torture porn, and him and Lee Wano, like very low budget, fucking, as I said, the Saws went on to spawn all sorts. It's one of the most famous like movie franchises ever now, whether you like them or not.
Absolutely. I love that you were like restarted torture porn, like this fully like cemented it because you had Saw, Hostel, all that kind of shit.
Like this wasn't a thing. Well, not that it wasn't a thing, but this really boosted that whole. Fucking him, Eli Roth, and that just making the most vile shit you can think of.
Eli Roth, there's something up with him, man. Like,
aye, he needs a doctor.
100%.
So we go for Saw, a movie that I've only seen once, and it's Dead Silence.
Oh yeah, with Jason from True Blood. I can't even pronounce his last name.
Yeah, that. To be honest, I don't remember much of it, but I know it was quite highly regarded at the time.
I remember we watched it and I think we both just kind of thought it was alright.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't pure wowed by it.
Yeah, so from that, then this is when he starts to really come into his own, when it's like the Insidious franchise.
Yes.
Like, obviously, Insidious, Patrick Wilson, I mean, he's kind of got a collaboration with him going on at like every horror movie he's done now.
100%.
I mean, that he done Insidious 1 and Insidious Chapter 2.
Which are the two good ones.
Yeah, like kind of the same as this, as you can tell when he's not directly making them or involved in making them.
Absolutely.
Then obviously we go to The Conjuring and Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
And here's a shout out now. This will like be a bit controversial, but he done Malignant.
No, I never want to speak about that movie ever again. Nothing aggravated me more than when we watched that film. That is the shittest thing ever, and I was so sick of people telling me, oh, the way he did it is based on this specific Italian type of horror. Fuck off. The movie was shite.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not having it. And do you know what really annoyed me? Is that everybody I said, this movie's shite, they were like, oh, it can't be that bad. I've seen Malignant about 5 times because I was like, no, you need to watch this. It's so bad. I've pure funded James Wan, do you know what I mean? Off of this one shit film, do you know what I mean? Oh, that movie was awful. What do you mean the tumor at the back of your head is like John Wick? Fuck off.
Tumor at your back is the man and fuck
off.
off.
That movie was so bad. And it looked so
it.
good as well. Like, the trailer looked so good for it. And yes, in true James Wan fashion, there are some really cool shots in the film. But apart from that, fuck off. Actual fuck off. That movie angered me so much. I don't know if you can tell, I'm still heavily triggered by that film.
It's not great.
Not great is an understatement, Ross.
Yeah. But yeah, that's his horrors. I mean, from his success for these, he's went on to do, I think, Fast and Furious 7.
Yes.
And Aquaman. So yeah, like, he's had a very successful career.
He produces loads of stuff as well. Like, I think him and Jordan Peele have like done that thing of like, we've made really good horror, now we're going to put out good horror.
Yeah.
Not all of it's been great, but you know, like...
Yeah. Atomic Monsters, his production company, and obviously he does all the stuff he's made and that, but I think he done the Megan movie as well, that has production company.
Yeah, we've still not watched the second Megan, because I liked the first one, and when I say I liked it, I was so on the fence about liking it, do you know what I mean? Like, I liked that it was camp, but that was about it. But then the trailer of the second Meg just made it look like, oh, we've taken this tiny wee shtick that yous liked and we've absolutely butchered it and like over bloated it with all these like campy references. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I feel like it's went too far.
We will watch it just to either prove ourselves right or wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm really putting off watching it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. I mean, I didn't really feel up for it when I seen the trailer.
Yeah.
But aye, fuck Meg, right? So basically, James Wan's kind of, his directing style for horrors, like, they're quite slow, like tension filled, and always great, like, character work.
Yes, he really spends a lot of time fleshing out relationships.
Yeah.
Specifically in the Conjuring universe, fleshing out the families, fleshing out the Warrens. Like, you are invested in these people, like, through, like, you really care.
Yeah.
Like, whenever there's the exorcism bit. And, I mean, listen, Conjuring 4's just came out. Conjuring 3 wasn't great. We'll get into that. But also, there's been all the spin-offs that haven't really been great. There is a reason you're going back for the 4th one. Do you know what I mean? Of like, it doesn't matter how many shit spin-offs you sit through, you're sat for the Warrens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for the horrors he's done, is that the bad guys, the demons, if you will, are memorable. And I feel like the ones he done as well is more practical.
Yes.
It's like horror nowadays is kind of getting into that weird, like, sort of like weird hue, like bad, like demons, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, I mean, we've said it so many times. Why? But see, especially for a horror movie, you don't need it. Just get a good makeup artist, and you can scare the shit out of anybody.
Absolutely, like YouTube is full. Honestly, like I highly recommend you go and have a watch. YouTube is full of like Conjuring behind the scenes, and it's like the makeup they put on these people. There's like, I'll spoil it now. In the Conjuring 2, obviously Valak is your main guy, but there was like an original costume for the demon, which you see like incredibly briefly in the second Conjuring, but that was real. They put this whole guy in this massive outfit full makeup. It looks fucking amazing. Do you know what I mean? Even like jumping into Insidious, like obviously you've got the Darth Maul guy.
Yeah.
I know he's supposed to be called Lipstick Face or something. That's fucking Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Shut up. But he's really creepy. And like all the other ghosts in Insidious are like, they've got that kind of air about them. And even going back to Saw, like the reason the first Saw hit so hard is that it is all practical.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And like you are stuck in this one room with these two guys, and everything that happens, you're like, like that's that's happening right in front of my eyes right now.
Yeah.
I'm basically watching a snuff film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, it makes it feel more real. Like you're more. I get we saw like the low budget and that, so they had to be more creative. But I feel like with James Wan, is it his creativity stuff like that? It's like there's not many other horror directors that could do it.
Even like the way he shoots these movies now, Malignant is fucking awful, and I will literally do a whole episode just ranting about Malignant, right? But there's this really cool shot where she's running away from John Wick Ghost, and like it's over the whole set, so it's like the ceiling has been taken out of the set, and it's just the camera following her up the stairs and through the rooms, and it looks so good. And that's the thing, is like, even if a James Wan movie is shit, which is pretty rare, there's always something gorgeous about it, whether it's the cinematography, the score, the relationships, the effects, that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah. So, right, do I just get these Conjuring movies then?
Aye, before I sit and rant about Malignant anymore. Right, so the first one, The Conjuring. This one follows the Perron. Are we going Perron or Perron?
The Perron family,
Perron. This one follows the Perron family. That makes them sound so much more continental than what they are. As they move into a new home, and immediately something fucky's afoot, cue the Warrens to save the day.
Yeah. So, before we think of the movie, a bit of backstory on the Warrens, right? Because I feel if you don't know who they are, then we'll let you know. So, obviously, Ed and Lorraine Warren are probably the most famous paranormal investigators.
Yes.
Is that a fair shout? Aye.
Apart from Zach Bagans, yeah.
Oh, well, aye, but he's a different level. So, obviously, they're famous for, like, their works. I mean, I think he claimed they worked on 10,000 cases.
Yeah, they basically brought paranormal investigation into the mainstream. Like, that sounds super edgy and hipster, but you know what I mean? Like, they made more people aware of it, that this was a thing that could be happening.
So, so it starts off, Ed Warren, he was a self-taught demonologist, which is always a very fucking weird thing.
But you can't exactly go to uni for it. Oh, look at my degree in demonology.
Well,
I mean, you probably could now.
Apparently, to become a demonologist, you do need to study for it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like in a priest?
The Catholic Church will put you through a course.
So what you're saying, Ross, is that we need to become Catholic priests, take this study, and then sack off the movie podcast and make this like a demon hunting podcast?
No.
Well, I tried.
Aye. So now you've got his wonderful wife, Lorraine Warren.
Our wee Lorraine.
Right, who claimed to be a clairvoyant and a light trance medium. No idea what that is.
Okay, wire in.
She just did.
She
right,
just did.
She just claimed, right? I don't fucking know.
She just told us and we went, I don't bother.
So they met as teenagers in Connecticut and they married in 1945, but they only started publicly investigating paranormal phenomenon in 1952. So I think they spent the first 7 years just figuring out how to fake this shit.
Right. Now, this is where we are getting into it right now, right? So, Ross is a skeptic. Ross doesn't believe in ghosts. He's having none of it. Whereas I do believe in ghosts. And some of you might turn the podcast off now and think I'm a fucking riot and I'm a mental patient. I have had 2 experiences with ghosts, so I believe they happened. And I remember, Ross, when we started going out and me, you and your mum were all watching Paranormal Witness and somebody was like, oh, the ghost touched me, and I went, that happened to me. Told yous both of my stories. One of them is very heartfelt, and you and your ma sat, I'm not joking, for 20 minutes berating and mocking me, pissing themselves, calling me a stupid bastard and all that.
Oh, you better believe it.
I have kept my mouth stum in front of Fiona McAllister about my ghost experiences ever since.
Well, you deserved it. So they went on and
What?
Just that was a good night. That was a very good night. Right, come on, we've got a job to do here.
Remember when you told me your bedroom was haunted?
Yes.
Because you had a broken cupboard door and you were like, oh, my granny's in there. And I was like, what?
Right, come on, get it together.
Sorry.
So throughout all their investigations, they went on to found the New England Society for Psychic Research.
Smashing.
NESPA for short.
NESPA.
So they founded this. They now claimed it was the oldest ghost hunting group in New England. And this is where he got his claim of 10,000 cases.
Smashing.
I mean, that's about 3 cases a day. Where's the time coming, mate? Where's the time?
Listen, man, I mean, if you take it off the Conjuring movies, the exorcism only happens in the last 20 minutes and they only try it once and it's a age.
But they're there for 3 days.
I know. How many other exorcism movies is it like the first couple of times fail and then they finally get it, right? Whereas like the Conjuring movies, they spend more time with the family cooking pancakes and shit. Yeah. And then it's like the last 10 minutes, it's like, Bathsheba, fuck off. And Bathsheba's a witch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how he does 3 in a day, because he just goes in and it goes, right, that's plenty.
It goes in, exercises him. Not a trained exorcism or anything. Just do it and it's done.
Just the power of Christ compels you. Right, that's me done for the day,
See you later, boys. Right, come on, we've been a bit harsh on them here. Come on.
Right.
Right, so some of the notable cases, as you've said, the Annabelle doll.
Yep.
They also lay claim to the Amityville horror.
Yes.
But no.
The Haunting in Connecticut movie's also based off them, is it not? But is that based on Amityville Horror? I've not seen that movie for years.
No, that's a separate one.
But they did that too?
Yeah. They've got a habit of when something's haunted, they just appear. Like, they're good at that.
A ghost!
Yeah.
Like, don't say that too loudly, the Warrens will show up.
So they do that, and there's also the 3 cases we'll get into here. Lauren, these people dedicate their lives to this.
I'm just pushing myself. Somebody's in the house going, ooh, and somebody, stop that! The Warren's trapped the door to me or something. Right, that's enough now.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Some floorboard in the attic goes, creak, the Warren's are at your windows. Can we help you? Right, that's enough now.
Aye. So as I say, those cases plus the 3 that are in the movies, which we'll get into, they also have a occult museum. In the museum in the movie, makes it look like everything's fucking mental and haunted, right?
Aye.
In real life, it's a bit different. So, apparently it was just in their garage.
Just a tooty wee garage.
And within this haunted museum, do you know what there was? There was an air horn, which apparently haunted.
Right, okay.
There was the Raggedy Ann doll, Annabelle.
Yeah.
And a copy of Black Sabbath's first album.
Amazing work.
Oh, even better, there's a haunted D&D manual.
Amazing. What do you mean a haunted D&D manual? Like, this campaign is shit.
Aye, like, they thought that cunts were just taking acid and, like, summoning the devil playing D&D.
I mean, I feel like everybody felt that in the 80s, do you know what I mean? Like, listening to Black Sabbath at your tits playing D&D, like... Yeah, satanic panic, isn't it?
Aye, lot of shite though.
Yeah, oh no, 100%,
like,
100%.
They would charge a fortune for this stuff.
See, the thing is though, see the haunted museum in the film, there's some fucking rogue items in there. Like, there's these wee tiny toy soldiers, and I'm like, what's the backstory with them? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some things in the haunted museum in the film that I'm like, aye, cool, fair enough, right? Like the massive samurai suit, and obviously the fucking painting of Halak, Annabelle's in a cage. There's obviously like religious artifacts and all this cutting about. But then there's like wee rogue things like the toy soldiers, and there's like a spinning top.
Yeah.
And like all this stuff, and there was fucking taxidermy birds at the back, and I was like, what the fuck did the birds do? Yeah. Like,
oh, it's wild. It's actual wild, like the way they're portrayed in the movie compared to real life.
And this is the thing as well, right? Is like some of the spin-offs are good, and I say that in italics, like 3 of the spin-offs are good, right? But like all you have to do is go. I know they kind of touch on it on one of the Annabelles, but like all you had to do was just do a spin-off of like everything in the Warrens thing. Like, I want to see what's going on with the taxidermy birds.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I want that film.
I know, I'll give you that. It's just I see if you want to do your own research at the Warrens, then just do it. There's plenty out there.
Yeah.
But don't think what you see in this movie is a shining example of them.
Nah, these movies are like, I don't even know if loosely based is the right term. I think they just picked the Warrens and a case that they were in and just fucking left it at that. Do you know what I mean?
All of this is just in name only.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that obviously Ed Warren is portrayed by Patrick Wilson, Lorraine Warren portrayed by Vera Farmiga, and you're coming back for the two of them. The two of them are so good in these movies and have just this beautiful chemistry in all of the movies. Like, you're so invested in them. And also, when the fuck did Patrick Wilson become, like, the man of horror? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's done. I mean, the past 10 years been good to him.
100%. Because, like, Patrick Wilson, he's had, like, a flaky career at best. Do you know what I mean? He gets bonus points for being in the Phantom of the Opera version purely because he needs bonus points so that Gerard Butler doesn't get any points.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
And like, but he's like, you know, he'll show up in a couple of things and toddle off and all that. But it really has been with James Wan, Conjuring, Insidious. I mean, he even directed, was it the fourth Insidious 4 or 5? I can't even remember.
The Red Room, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's even had the chance to direct that and like sing on the soundtrack. He loves like a sing along to Sir Patrick.
Loves his voice.
100%. Vera Farmiga, she's another one. Like, again, I'm not super familiar with her career, but I remember, I think the first thing I ever saw her in was The Orphan.
Yeah.
And then, like, you read up about her and she's, like, in a metal band and, like, she just seems her own level of cooking, do you know what I mean? But, like, the two of them are so good together and so, like, I don't know if believable is the right word, but believable in these movies, do you know what I mean? Like, and again, like I said earlier on, there is a reason you are going back for film 3 and film 4 because in between the main Conjuring movies is the really shit spin-offs. So, like, you're showing up for something, you know?
Yeah, you've got to. I mean, the way they portray them in this light, they do it really well. That's probably the best thing you can say about the Warrens.
Absolutely.
Right, so we're actually going to get into these movies then.
Aye, why not? So the first one came out in 2013, which is fucking mental that this franchise has been rattling about this long and stayed relatively consistent. And I'm talking the main ones, like 1 to 4.
Yeah.
Like, there's a formula to the Conjuring movies that obviously started with these, but has been imitated in other movies, you know, like the Conjuring formula is basically wholesome family, bad shit happens, ooky spooky bits, big exorcism, wholesome cheesy ending, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like they tried that with Insidious, but not really, but other movies, like non-Conjuring related, have basically been like, oh, well, that formula's working over there and making them fucking bank. Let's try it over here. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't pay off all the time. Personally, I don't mind the cheesy bits within the Conjuring, but I understand why people are like, oh my God, that's pure shite. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, especially for the first two, it's kind of like a throwback to, like, 70s and 80s horror.
Yeah.
Like Haunted House, where it's, like, the family's very slow. Like, starts off slow, then it's only the last, like, 20 minutes where it really ramps up. I mean, you have your moments through the whole movie, but, like, this one's good for, and I even say the same as Exorcist, that is it. You need to look out for other things happening.
You were saying this the other day of, like, that's something you love about these types of horror movies is like there's obviously something going on between the characters, but then you need to keep your eye on like a swinging lampshade, like a fucking door creaking open, all that kind of stuff. Like, I like when there's loads of stuff going on.
Yeah. And like something's like one scene you'll see it, then another scene it's moved.
Yep.
Or like just within seconds each other and that. Like James Wan's really good at doing stuff like that, just really like sucking you into the film. Absolutely.
Yeah, he always creates such a good atmosphere in his films. Like there's always something quite menacing going on even when nothing menacing's happening. Like, I think with The Conjuring, you can go to the Conjuring movies as like a horror fan and just be like, ugh, this is popcorn pish, I'll enjoy myself. Or this can be like baby's first horror movie kind of thing. Prime example of that, showed my 11-year-old niece The Conjuring, but I made sure to show her it during the day because I don't trust that she wasn't going to go home and be pure freaked out.
Yeah.
And even during the daytime, with the volume not super high, she's sitting trying to kid on she wasn't feared, and she kept looking over at me, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, even the fact that during the daytime you can watch this movie and my 11-year-old niece is still getting the shites put right up her, I was like, excellent, James Wan, thank you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the way he does it, like, with, like, the sound and all that, like, it's just really quiet, that just hits you with a wall of sound.
Yeah.
But it kind of just, like, batters you over the head with it just for those, like, 5 seconds, and
100%.
it is really effective. I mean, it's great with this is that the first one, it's kind of claustrophobic. You're just stuck in the house.
Yes.
Like, later ones, that, like, obviously they expand as movie franchises have to, but this one is just like, I think you only see like 4 rooms tops.
Yeah. And there's a reason this movie still shows up in like these moments in horror, if you know what I mean. So like the hand clapping game alone, right? So like obviously when it first shows you the kids playing the game, they're all like, hee hee ha, this is hilarious. The fucking ghost clocks onto this. The mum's playing it with the youngest one, and you see the hands come out of the wardrobe. That's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
And then when the mum goes into the basement and is like, right, that's enough, ghost or demon or whatever the fuck you are, shut up. And then you just hear, hi, at the back, and it's right behind her head. I shit myself the first time that came on. And it's still so impactful. Like, we've seen these movies a disgusting amount of times, and I still jump every time the hands come out behind, even though I know it's coming.
I mean, that's just James Wan at his best, though. As I've said, even with Saw, that is that he's not got this big scope to work with within this movie, but like he's that creative, he can make it work.
Absolutely. Now, this movie introduces Annabelle straight off the bat. Like, literally, the opening scene is Annabelle's cracked eyeball, right?
Yeah.
Now, in real life, obviously, as Ross has already said, like, the Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll. And James Wan had come out and said that the company that produces Raggedy Ann wouldn't give them permission, basically, because they're like, no, we still want people to buy our dolls, do you know what I mean? Now, I know, obviously, the spin-offs have kind of tarnished Annabelle, but nothing hits more than when you first see that creepy ass fucking doll. And even like as it goes on, as the nurses tell you what's going on, and there's the like miss me across the floor in chalk, and the chalk rolls, you're like, oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, like it has like certain skills it has in each movie, but it's just brilliant. It just works in every one. It's insane how he's managed to pull off the same stuff twice and make it better. I don't understand that.
Absolutely. Now, the ghost in The Conjuring is a witch called Bathsheba. And when they finally reveal Bathsheba is when one of their daughters, because there's about fucking 20 Waynes in this house, the daughter that is in Twilight, right? She looks up and sees Bathsheba on top of this fucking wardrobe, and then it like rush zooms into Bathsheba's face. Horrendous, horrifying, horrific. And even like when they start the exorcism and Patrick Wilson goes, demon, reveal yourself, and the pillowcase over the mum's face starts to rip and you see Bathsheba coming through, fuck all the way off. That is so fucking creepy. Yeah,
it's as good a reveal as you're going to get in a horror movie, like, especially for a demon.
Absolutely. And see, like, again, the exorcism is like super quick, and The Conjuring in general kind of falls into that like I'll save you with the power of love and friendship vibe, right? That is mostly annoying, but the exorcisms, no matter how brief, they always pay off. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still cool. It's still done really well. The exorcism of Bathsheba when she flips upside down on the chair and the chair hits the ceiling and then drops. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Fun fact, Bathsheba and the demon from Annabelle are both played by the composer of the first 3 Conjuring movies.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Fun fact.
Oh, so he played the demon in the Annabelle movie then?
Yeah, the one that runs upstairs. Yeah.
That's cool. Get everybody involved into it. Don't need to pay them double.
That kind of seems to be the thing though with Big One, is like he gets like, I think all of the Conjuring movies and spin-offs are all directed by people within his company. So, like, I think it was like his assistant director that went on to film like The Nun or something
Yeah.
like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he kind of keeps it in house, keeps all his pals in
Uh-huh.
and all that. Because whenever you see interviews with him talking about these, like, they all sound like they're having a good laugh while they're making it, you know?
I mean, I suppose for a horror, you do need to keep it light, like on the days off and that. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like that would help, I believe.
Could you imagine going for lunch with Bathsheba, just like, alright.
Aye, having a smoke or something.
Oh, it's been a hard day filming. Bathsheba
Aye.
turns round like, right.
Right, so there's a wee bit I'm going to add in these is what the movie portrays to what, like, for what I can do in my research, what actually happened with the Warrens.
Right, okay.
And I think you might be a bit shocked with some of them.
Okay, God.
Or you might already know, I don't know. So obviously, the role of the Warrens in this case, right?
Are we talking real life Warrens or?
Yes, so
Right.
obviously in the movie, they're seen to save the day.
Yeah.
Right,
Make pancakes, take
yeah.
the kids out for ice cream. Yeah.
So it portrays them as the saviours of the family.
Yeah.
And definitely solved the haunting, everything done, nailed it, right?
The only thing they didn't do is fucking save that dog. Wee Sadie. Pour one out for
Oh,
Sadie.
I pull one out, top G. So in reality, the Warrens' involvement was brief.
Right.
Shock horror,
Aye. I feel like this is going to be a recurring theme.
yeah. So the Perron family continued to experience paranormal activity for years after.
Right, okay.
And the only reason is they moved from there is because they couldn't afford to live there anymore.
Fuck off. See, this is why people in the 70s were stuck there. Because the second I felt hands clap behind me, I'd be like, Ross, we're getting the fuck
Yeah.
out of here now. I'm not living in a haunted gaff unless it's Casper's gaff. Do you know what I mean? Call back to the Casper episode, guys. Call back to the Casper episode.
Get it listened to now. So it wasn't because it was solved they lived there happily ever after.
They just put up with it.
Yeah. And as we get into like the demon in it, demon wasn't real. Although there was a person that lived there in the 19th century called Bathsheba, but it was just a person that lived there. There was nothing demonic about her.
Love that. Because they kind of go into that in the film, into it, of like, oh, Bathsheba was a witch that ate her baby and proclaimed her love to Satan. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like,
so that's a lot of shite.
Yeah, like she wasn't a witch that like sacrificed her daughter to the devil and all that. It was just
Bastard.
aye. Like the Perron family actually suspected there was like a few entities haunting it rather than just one.
I mean, there's a couple in this. There's wee Rory the boy. There's the mum that killed Rory because she was possessed by Bathsheba.
But I think that's the thing, is that Bathsheba's like the overarching, like the baddie in it, if you will.
Yeah.
And as for the exorcism, as I've said, like Ed Warren couldn't conduct an exorcism. He wasn't trained. He was nothing. Although they did do a seance, and apparently Carolyn, like I can't remember what one that was.
Carolyn's the mum.
The mum, she did get possessed, and it was the dad that chucked both Ed and Lorraine out for causing more harm.
Who the fuck is doing a seance in a haunted fucking house and then being like, oh no, I'm possessed? Like, you fucking morons.
Yeah. So they basically made it worse, then fucked off. Got thrown out.
Oh, that's her possession. I'm a bee.
Yep, time to go.
This is the only thing with your research part is like, I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, these movies are great and it makes you really care about the Warrens, and then you come in and you're like, lot of pish.
No, I mean, it's well known that the Warrens in real life had their problems, and there's been a lot of unsavoury stuff. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I can't claim to the truthfulness, but they're not these saviours.
Yeah.
Like I can't reiterate that enough. There's enough evidence out there to prove that these people like did take advantage of folk and all that.
Yeah. Right, so we move on to The Conjuring 2.
Why not?
So, this one follows the Hodgson family and their experiences with Bill Wilkins / Valak in Enfield.
My name is Bill Wilkins.
And I'm 72 years old.
Not many people know that.
Now, this movie came out in 2017, and the first Annabelle movie had come out at this point, and I remember you and me being like, oh, Annabelle was kind of pish, but fuck it, we'll go and see the second one. And I stand by that this is the best one in the franchise.
Oh, easy.
We went to the cinema to see this. And it was you and me. The cinema was dead quiet. There wasn't a lot of people there. And it was you and me. And then in front of us was those two wee lassies. Mind, I wonder how they're getting on. And every time those lassies jumped, you and me were getting showered in popcorn.
Yeah.
But I was also on the same level as them. Like, you literally had like bruises on your arm because I was like, what the fuck is going on? This one got me so in my fucking head. This one got me together, man. Like, ugh.
Like, this was cool because, see, even before the movie came out, obviously you had the success of the first one, but then it was like, man, I don't know if you remember, but there was all the internet, they were looking for the casting call stuff and that, and you don't really see that for much. Like, they didn't announce what this was going to be up until that casting call, essentially.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so, like, old school.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, as I say, he's just, like, looking back at all the shit they done in the 70s and that, but like, aye, let's just do it.
Aye, 100%. And, like, I mean, obviously, I assume you're about to go into the Enfield haunting stuff, right? But obviously, like, so at the end credits of the first Conjuring, it's all, like, photos of, like, the Perron family and the Warrens and all this kind of thing. And the end credits of this one, it's the actual recordings from Enfield. And I remember when this movie finished and I was like, get us to fuck. And you were like, oh no, I want to listen to this. This sounds like it'll be really cool. And I was like, you better fucking move.
Yeah.
Like, I was having none of it. Megs had to walk home and it was pitch black. And I was like, Rose.
That was brilliant. Like, this one really did, at the time, just like scare the shit out of everybody.
100%. And I honestly stand by that this is the best one in the franchise.
Oh,
like,
easy.
Questionable accents, but I don't care. I
No,
really don't
it
care.
doesn't matter. So, as you said, the Enfield haunting, or Enfield poltergeist, if you will, it's probably the most investigated one in Britain. Like, probably second to the Amityville Horror in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's like, this is probably the strongest case of paranormal activity happening, because it's famous because you have the recordings.
You've got the photos.
Yeah, it's the photo of the lassie in the air. Whether you can believe it or not, like, that's down to your own interpretation. But this has had countless stuff like that. Remember the Enfield haunting TV show?
Timothy Spall was in it. That was so creepy. Yeah.
Like this one. So yeah, between 1977 and 1979, these events happened, and these were when it was almost recorded, and it kind of caught like the imagination of Britain at the time, because you had police officers who claimed to see it. It wasn't just random people. This was like respected people, like within like government positions and all that. Who I've seen something like this happen. I mean, this inspired so much stuff. Like Ghostwatch was heavily inspired by this.
Yep.
Obviously, the Conjuring have done their own take on it. As I've said, I mean, there's been countless books on that. So, like, the fact that it's happened in Britain, I'm like, yes, get in there.
We've got one too.
Yeah, like, even if you don't believe us, if you think it's all fake, we can fake it better than the Americans. That'll do me. So
the Ryder Cup of Ghosts.
Aye. So as you say, it's like the Hodgson family, but it especially happened to the young daughters, Janet and Margaret.
Janet.
Bill Wilkins.
My ass!
Right, let's get it. This
Sorry.
We're sound spouting a lot of shite here.
Sorry. I think this movie is, as much as it stays in the theme of like your usual Conjuring, it follows the same formula. But whereas seeing the first one where the Perron family, everything was pure wholesome, everybody loved each other, they were skint, but they were happy, do you know what I mean? This movie is the total opposite, where like you're stressed from this family before anything's even happened, do you know what I mean? Like in the first like 20 minutes, they're having like an argument in the kitchen about not being able to afford biscuits and all that, do you know what I mean? And my favourite bit is when the mum's like, the mum smoking a pure Super King snout. Why did I get a phone call off your teacher saying you were caught smoking?
Yeah.
Put the Super King down, man. Like.
Yeah, this is where like the cool set design comes in. Although we didn't get into it in the first one, is that like Rhode Island farmhouse, that's considered America poor.
Yeah.
Then in this one,
could you imagine?
Yeah. Now people know here, like council house, like in like a bad area is like it's falling apart.
Aye, 100%.
And they portray this like poor 70s London like so good.
Everything's just grey.
Yeah, like everything's grey. It's just miserable all the time in this movie.
Yeah. There's not really a release until he starts singing Elvis, but we'll get into that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, everything's really grey, and even in the house, like the wallpaper's peeling off. Everything's just that wee bit fusty and damp. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, as I said in the first one, the claustrophobia, like, this is ramped up because there's just so many people in a cramped space.
Totally. And that's the thing. See, like you were saying, obviously, like an American farmhouse is considered poor.
Yeah.
There was 9 of them in this massive gaff. This is that tiny, semi-British detached. There's like 5 of them living in this toty wee house.
Yeah.
Like, and there's just toys everywhere. Like, everything just looks a bit second hand. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's really, I mean, we weren't around in 70s London, but I can imagine,
Yeah.
like, I've seen enough footage, do you know what I mean, to be like, aye, that's spot on.
Yeah, it's like when they do, like, obviously in a lot of them, there's like a wee tour of the house through the kids playing in it, but it feels like none of them have their own space.
Yes.
Like, they're just all on top of each other.
100%. Yeah, at least in the first one when it was chasing them all about, they had room to run about. They've got a massive garden, yada yada. They're all running about the house, but there's enough space. Whereas this one, it's just like only one person can go down the hall at a time.
Yeah.
And this family's already super stressed from the get-go, do you know what I mean? And like, so when all the Bill Wilkins Valak shit starts happening, you're like, gonna give these cowbags a break, man.
Yeah.
Like, they've been through enough.
Yeah, like you say, like, you really are up to a 10 straight off the rip on this one.
Valak is definitely one of the more, if not the most menacing demon out of the Conjuring franchise, right? Valak looks fucking incredible. If you aren't aware who Valak is, it's the nun, right? If you don't know her name, it's the nun, right? And she looks terrifying. She looks so creepy. See the way she floats through this movie? Like, see the bit where it's just her shadow going round the room and then the painting goes flying at Lorraine? Fucking terrifying. See her movies, they do her no fucking justice at all. No justice at all.
No, the second one does. The second one's good.
But is the second one good because the first one was so bad?
No, because we went out of the second one thinking that same, but we were like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, okay, I stand by it,
But no, the first one wasn't great. I think they pushed too much over in it. Like, Valak's a better character when it's like you barely see her. Like, see the scenes in this one where it shows you the Warrens' home and Judy like sees her in the hallway.
Yes, at the bottom of the hall, and she just turns around and walks.
Like, Valak scenes in this movie like steal the movie every time.
Absolutely, because Valak basically, like, this movie starts off with them at the Amityville house. Now, it's kind of mixed bag on whether they did the Amityville. I don't know if justice is the word, because obviously that is a real crime that actually happened.
Yeah.
And people say the way it's portrayed in this movie is distasteful. But there's about 20 Amityville fucking...
Yeah, it's been done to death.
Exactly. So, like, I feel like at this point people forget that actually happened.
Yeah.
And are just like, oh, the ghost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, whether it was demons or not, like, this dude did kill his
entire family. Yeah. But, like, basically, like, it starts off in the Amityville house. Lorraine does her kind of clairvoyant stuff and sees Valak, and Valak basically predicts how Ed is going to die. So basically this whole movie is Lorraine being like, I don't want to do this anymore because I think you're in danger and I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And it takes a while into this film for the Warrens to get involved, because she's so like, we're not doing this anymore. Like, I need to protect Ed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
So they don't really get involved in the Enfield haunting until Valak invades their house, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like, she gets visions and writes the name in the Bible. Like, she sees her in the house, the painting throws itself towards her.
Yeah, the painting that Ed done.
Exactly. Yeah, because he's like, oh, I had this really weird dream. I've painted my dream, and it's see if I came through, Ross, and you were like, I had a nightmare last night and I had to draw what it was, and you showed me it and it was fucking Valak. I'd be like, you need to get to a priest to know. Like, I'm not having this.
It's like, it just hits for me because, as I've said before, I always think nuns are scary in any horror.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. There's just something, like, fucking creepy about them.
It's the way, see, like, the nun habit. See, because you can't see, like, nuns' feet. Like, I've personally never seen a nun's feet, right? And so it looks like they're floating. Like, like, when they're walking, they're floating. And it's like, fucking rat bat. Do you know what I mean?
But it's like, if you want a attention thing, get a nun. See, even although, like, we didn't like the nun, see the opening of that movie where it's the girl, she's getting ready to hang herself, and it's just, you just see the lights going.
Yeah,
Like,
the candles
yeah.
blow out but you can see the silhouette.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like,
Yeah.
Even though that movie's terrible,
The first 10 minutes are great.
That's one of the scariest parts in all the Conjuring universe.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fair, big man. Absolutely fair.
Yeah, I do feel they did rip the arse out of the nun, but see if they just kept her as like a faraway character, like a long shot character where
Absolutely get
you just see her and she disappears like that would have worked for me 100 times more.
Yeah. The fact that they tried to like crowbar her own story in and get her more involved and all this kind of stuff. So like by the end of the nun, she's full of Stephen Bieber at the start being like, "Oh, we're not going to talk about the spin-offs. We'll do an episode." Fuck that. We've spoke about them now. Do you know what I mean?
You have to. You have to bring them into it though.
Even by the end of the first nun, when she's like rising from the fucking water. But the thing that they do well in the nun is see like the slow reveal. So even that part where she comes out the water that you hated because you were like, that's pure shit.
Yeah.
But it's like the head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and she's just staring you down. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? No, Valak is the creepiest thing about this entire franchise. Fuck your Annabelle.
Like, Annabelle gets all the credit, but no, Valak's that's the top one.
100%. 100%.
Like, even just the bits, like, as you mentioned, see the shadow? Like, where they go into, I assume it's Ed's, like...
Ed's study, yeah. And the music starts skipping and all that. Ugh.
It's something so simple, though, because it's just a CGI shadow going across, but you just know it's her. I was like, fucking hell.
100%.
And this is another thing James Wan does beautifully, though, is that even in the dark and all that, it's like the silhouettes, it's in every one of them. Like, Michael Chavez done it as well in his versions of it, but you do it and you just see the eyes before like anything's happened. It's the eyes are lighting up and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Totally. Another thing I love about every Conjuring movie is like one movie sets up one set of rules and the next one kind of follows on. What I mean by that is like, so in the first Conjuring movie, when the dad is like, oh, we're kept awake all night by these knockings. And Ed's like, oh, does it always come in threes? When knocking comes in threes, that normally signifies that it's a demon. It's like a mockery of the Holy Trinity, blah, blah, blah. So then in this film, when you hear the knocking and it comes in threes, in the back of your head, you're like, demon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. But like, same goes like, as the movies go on, it'll be like, right, okay, remember this set of rules, right, okay, we're going to introduce this bit now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so basically by the fourth one, you're like, I could fucking exercise this ghost, mate. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Right. Now for this being the best movie, this has the worst part of all the movies for me. And it's the Crooked Man.
Oh, see if the Crooked Man wasn't in this film would be a perfect movie, like really a perfect scary film, because the Crooked Man's awful. And see, like, I like the use of, what's that toy called where the pictures are
it's
in
like the carousel thing.
That thing. But I like the use of that because like you've seen that in other horror movies where like there'll be a toy like that and then like an eye appears.
They've done it in the first one. Like, I'm not angry at that. It's just
I like the use of the toy. I don't like the actual use of the Crooked Man.
This was the first part of like fully CGI, and it doesn't work. Like, there's nothing about it scary. It's not realistic, and the thing, like, see when the scene where like it does come fully alive and starts chasing the little boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could beat that thing up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
a wee stick to the knee.
Like, it just looks like a wee bit of wood.
100%.
Like, why? If you can have full control over how this thing looks, that's not the one?
Yeah, no. And like, even the way it just like walks towards him is like, it was a crooked man and walked a crooked mile. Right, cool, shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean?
Like that really, like I lost it with that. I was just like, that's just a pure failure.
Yeah, I feel like they try and palm it off though, because obviously like when the boy gets chased out and then it turns out to be Janet, like, and they're like, oh fuck, Janet's at it again. Do you know what I mean? But like, they were going to do a Crooked Man spin-off and then that movie get kiboshed immediately.
Yeah, I don't blame them. That wouldn't have worked.
Nah, the other ones work. Like, Annabelle works, The Nun works, La Lorena works. Like, these are actually like demonic things.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you saying about a nursery rhyme? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know like the nursery rhyme, he like bars his wife
Yeah.
and all that. It's like Punch and Judy, man. What the fuck was going on with nursery rhymes back in the
Yeah.
day? Like, we're just promoting domestic violence to the kids. Thank you.
That'll do it. Yeah, I just wish that. I mean, you could have had anything in there.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to be the Crooked Man, and it is just a pure failure. Like, to have Valak, who's the most memorable and scariest character, then to have. I mean, I assume she's the one doing this, the Crooked Man.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's like because as well, Bill Wilkins only has yellow eyes because of Valak. When there's the bit later on when Lorraine is speaking to his ghost, he's just a pure normal old guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
my house.
Yeah, he's just a ghost that's trapped. Like, Valak's trapped him there to basically be a conduit to get to the children, which that scene, which I believe is based on the recordings as well, like, she has to take the sip of water, is just...
That is so cool. Yeah.
That's my favourite scene in this by far, because it's like, it just goes all blurry, then you see the slow transformation. I was like, it's beautifully done.
Yeah, from her becoming him and then back again. Yeah, it's so... Because it's one of those ones, even though, like, see, again, this is like your fucking 9th, 10th rewatch of this movie, right? Even though you know it's coming and you're watching it, there's still a bit of, like, where does the seam go, if you know what I mean? I just want to slander them all in this for a wee 5 minutes, right?
All right.
The mum in this movie sleeps through far too much, right? Even like the first bit where they hear all this screaming, right? And it's Janet screaming at our big sister, and she comes in and is like, oh, look at this shitey Ouija board you've made. Now, to be fair, if I had Wayne's and I went into their room and there was a Ouija board lying there, I would also go off my fucking nut, right?
100%.
But, like, what are you doing? But, like, she sleeps through so much, and I'm like, is this just classic 70s ma that drinks, like, a litre of gin before she goes to her bed? Like...
Aye, just to ward the cold off.
100%. Like, also, she can't afford biscuits, but she is puffing those Super Kings, man.
Oh, she's a fucking chimney in this.
To be fair, we looked it up, right? Snout in the 70s was 55 pence for a 20 deck. Are you joking? Do you know what I mean?
22p. How class would that be?
Imagine. Oh my god, no, we'd be dead by Christmas, man.
Fuck it, be worth it.
But, like, I just feel like the ma in this, I mean, she's counsel as fuck, which I can absolutely get behind, but she misses far too much. She falls asleep through shit, and I don't know if we're going to be like, oh, she only falls asleep because Valak's making her sleep so that the children can be tormented. No, that ma is pissed, and she is in her bed for 9 o'clock mad with it. Do you know what I mean?
She's just had enough.
100%.
I don't blame her.
That's how when she comes through and they're screaming, she's like, what the fuck? Like, the part in this movie as well that I think still really fucking holds up. Like, see how in the first one it's still the clap behind her head. This one, it's when Janet's watching the telly and the TV keeps changing channels, and then the remote keeps moving about. There's a part where she sees the remote floating, and then she turns around to look at the chair, and right behind her is Bill Wilkins being like, my house! Fuck me, by the way. I remember the first time we saw this in the cinema, and me and the two lassies in front shat ourselves, and you were pissing yourself.
Like, oh, this movie is so good. Like, see if you are doing like a Conjuring watch through, like, this is the one you're looking forward to.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
easy.
Absolutely.
Like, has everything you want in it. Take out the Crooked Man, but other than that, everything else is just sublime.
What I love as well about this movie, sorry, I probably should have said this when we were talking about Valak, right? But this is the one where the demon really makes the Warrens work for it, right? Where, like, Valak is like, she's in all of Lorraine's visions. There's the whole thing of this movie is like, when you know the name of the demon, you have dominion over it, right? As she proclaims many times, right? But, like, all through the Warrens' houses, VALAK are, like, around, whether it's on, like, cards or kids' blocks or stuff like that. So, like, Valak's really taunting the Warrens this whole movie. Like, oh, there's sprinkle that wee bit over there, sprinkle that wee bit. Oh, look, I'm in your house. Oh, now I'm not in your house. Oh, look, I'm over here. And I feel like out of the whole franchise, Valak is the one who really, she makes them fucking work for this exorcism.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, in classic Conjuring style, when the exorcism actually happens, it's done in 30 seconds. But while it's going on,
Yeah.
she fucking makes Lorraine work. Do you know what I mean?
See, this is my problem, and it's in all the Conjuring movies, is see, like, the exposition dumps that Vera Farmiga does it most of the time. And it's like, that's the worst
I know
part.
your name, demon.
Yeah.
Your name gives me dominion over you.
Yeah, you told me your name.
And I wrote it down.
Yeah, it's like, they do it in all of them, and it doesn't need to be that dumb for people. People
Yeah.
will understand.
100%. I've got a question for you before we start going into like what the warden's done with the Enfield haunting, right? So when the mum says that the dad left and took all the CDs and there's no music in the house and they loved Elvis, what is your thoughts on Patrick Wilson singing Elvis to the kids? Because this is one of those scenes where people are like, that is the cheesiest, worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Or people are like, class.
See, I mean, all horrors have it though. It's like, you have like your moment of reprieve
Yes.
before like it really goes to town. Like every horror movie does it.
Yeah.
Like, fair enough, it's not it's not Patrick Wilson sitting in a council house playing guitar. But
doing the worst
yeah,
Elvis impression
like,
you've ever heard.
they all have the bit where they're all sitting talking about what's going to happen and all that. Like, this is just a different version of that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't mind it. I like it. Like, I think it's, like you say, it is that moment of calm, and
Yeah.
it's when they're all together, and it's always that bit, though, in any horror movie, but especially in the Conjuring universe, you know, the second after they have this, like, wholesome family moment where they all have a laugh and a giggle, you know immediately after that shit's going down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like it. I don't, again, the Conjuring movies do get a slagging for being cheesy as fuck. I don't mind how cheesy they are. I really don't. Like, I think the Warrens are super endearing. You want these families to get better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You want there to be... You're invested in the families from the get-go. You want to see them do better and get over this and be a
Yeah.
happy family again.
No, of course.
So I actually don't mind when he's like, well, I can't help. Wire in.
Yeah.
But I have seen loads of people being like, oh my God, it's the worst 10 minutes of the film. I'm like, it's not even 10 minutes, mate.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Like, as I say, every horror does it, so I don't care.
Yeah,
Like, it's kind of part of your bog standard, like, story for a horror.
perfect.
Like, it can't be always scary 100% of the time.
Yeah, aye, totally. Or too elevated, you know.
Oh, don't get me started.
Right, you hit us with your push.
Aye. So, going to the differences, right? So, obviously, one of the main differences in this is the demons. Like, Valak, the crooked man in that, there's no mention of that.
Yeah.
And within Bill Wilkins is real.
Is he?
Yeah, like, that's a real person that lived there. But other than that, like, having Valak, like, subdue him or whatever it is,
Aye.
it's not real.
Defiler of snakes.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what she is? Defiler of snakes sounds worse.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's something like that.
The profane. The Marquis of Snakes.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking Defiler of Snakes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What's that like up to the weekend?
So, the Warrens' involvement in this was practically nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were there. They turned up uninvited for one day, and some accounts basically say that they got turned away. Like, we're
Amazing.
not interested.
Yeah, because the guy in this, the Morris, whatever his last name is,
Yeah, Morris Gross.
Morris Gross, was he not like the main guy? He
Yeah.
was the one that was sorting everything?
So this one kind of, like, obviously at the time it was a lot of amateur, like, investigations because you didn't have it really.
Yeah, of course.
But you have Morris Gross and you have a Guy Lyon, who was there also. But they two were kind of the ones to, like, take control of it and that. But I think they were also being protective of it in the case, just in case there was proof.
Yes.
So they can sort of claim. A lot of these paranormal things is they all have evidence that this is all real. But see if this was real, and like if they had like evidence you could not disprove, do you not think the government would give them all sorts of money to research this?
Or do they, Ross? Does the government not already have shit like that? Is there not secret task forces dealing with ghosts? Like Men in Black? Do you know what I mean?
What, like aliens, aye?
Oh, fuck, Men in Black is
Ah,
aliens.
you fucking idiot.
No, but there's like loads of like, you get like, there's loads of TV shows where it's like, oh, we're the government ghost squad and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? And listen, fuck it.
What? No, there's no.
Why you're in? Either shut up, I'm telling you the truth.
See if they're wasting money on fucking ghost hunting.
Why are my food bills going up? But
Yeah.
you can pay these wanks
Like,
to go
fuck's
into
sake.
haunted houses.
Council putting the tax up all the time. They're fucking cleansing houses. Get fucked. This is my issue though, is that all these so-called ghost hunters and that, right? They all have evidence that it's real. Like, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
Show everybody.
They do. There's like tape recordings of the Enfield. Like the photo, whether or not you believe the photo, why you're in, the fucking recordings of her voice are actual bone chilling. Like, that is so creepy. I personally find that incredibly creepy, but I know you're sitting there like, she just put her voice on.
I don't have anything to say about the recordings because it's just recordings. Like, I can't see anything else in it.
What do you mean? That's if you wait. That makes no sense.
That can't be evidence of ghosts. A voice recording.
I fucking heard, yeah, when she's like an 11-year-old lassie and starts being like, my name is Bill Wilkins.
Because 11-year-olds can't act, can they? Stranger Things. They were about fucking 8 when it came out. Look, they were fantastic.
Now they're on 25
Aye.
remains and that. Still waiting in season 5.
So right, cleared that one. Now also, the ghosts don't actually get exorcised in this house. The demons, sorry, because I'm sure it was the mum that died in that house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It tells you at the end
Yeah.
of The Conjuring. She lives in that house basically till the end. Apparently, she died in the same chair
Yeah.
that Bill Wilkins died in.
But apparently the ghost stuff and that just stopped as well.
What, when she died?
No, just it stopped long before that.
Oh,
Like,
really?
that happened for a while, then didn't happen. Take for that what you will.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Enfield haunting. Like, it is either like there's no in between. Like, it is either a full documentation of a haunting in England, or it is the biggest fucking hoax you've ever seen in your life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's just wanting a new council house.
I'm wanting a new sofa.
Aye.
Hurry up, Janet, get possessed again.
That's insane.
But I like look up stuff about the Enfield haunting because it is really interesting. Like, even if you think it's a mad hoax, it is pure interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not a believer in all it, but I am willing to have my mind changed. I just don't think there's like recorded evidence or physical evidence so far that has like made me change my mind.
And I think you're wrong. Anyway, we'll move on to The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. So this one follows the Glatzel family. At the beginning of the movie, their son is possessed, and we see an exorcism at the start of the movie. The demon then moves into the daughter's boyfriend, Arnie Johnson, who then murders his landlord. His defense is, the devil made me do it. Dun dun!
Bum bum ba da ba da ba.
Wow!
Taking you to jail.
They taking you to prison where you'll be locked up. Anyway, get off TikTok, Ross.
Aye, right. So, one of the main differences in this one, the fact that James Wan didn't do it,
Aye,
and this is by your man Michael Chavez.
who went on to do the first Nun and all that.
Yeah, whatever you think of him, right? But this differs from like a self-contained haunted house to like this like supernatural detective thriller type weird situation going on.
Yeah, but you're making it sound better than what it is. I think the concept of this movie had so much potential. Like, it's the Warrens that are in a field that they're not familiar with at all. They're like helping police find missing bodies. There's cults, there's courtroom drama elements. Like, this could have been such a cool turn. I do normally like when movies try and kind of pivot from what their normal kind of formula is and see if it works. This one doesn't work as much or
Yeah.
at all.
Like Michael Chavez is kind of differed, and it's not like a slow burn. There's not really tension filled. It has some of the same scales that James Wan has, but it's very little. Like, this one's a lot more like action packed, if you know what I mean.
Aye, and
Like-
that's in italics. Do you
Yeah,
know what
like
I mean?
everything comes at you in this one at 100 million an hour. The demons are, and it doesn't work.
Even like like the exorcism is like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, right, where they're exorcising the wee guy for Haunting in Hill
Yeah.
House. But even at that point, like in the first two, you've built up a relationship with the families. You know them, you feel comfortable for them, you're rooting for them, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the exorcism happens in the first 10 minutes. I know nothing about these people.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are. I don't know who this creepy little kid is. And then Arnie turns around and goes, take me, leave him and take me. The demon goes into Arnie. Ed fucking witnesses this happening and they're just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's pure chill. To be fair, the demon gives Ed a heart attack, but like...
Yeah, like this one's it plays fast and loose with the rules the other two have set up.
Mm-hmm.
And for Lorraine Warren to be as like stupid, not to sound harsh, but she must know that this is happening.
Yeah,
like,
no, I agree.
I understand that Ed had a heart attack in this movie, but that's not like... Do your senses turn off then?
Walk it off, mate. You've got a fucking exorcism to complete.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Get up, deal with that later on.
you're up in about a week. It's not that bad. Like, it's really not that bad, guys. Trust me.
I do think when we first watched this movie, I hated it. I really, really hated it. Like, I was super offended by it. And this is the one we've watched the least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't care for this one.
But when we watched it again in preparation for the pod, I didn't hate it as much as I did originally. But I just feel like there's no stakes in this movie. You know, like, I kind of wish they'd done it in... So, like, when the demon goes into Arnie, we then get a time jump of, like, a couple of months later. The Glatzels are pure fine. They're having a barbecue, but there's still, like, claw marks down the wall from the demon and that, right? And then, like, it feels like the demon just kind of lies dormant until the landlord starts playing Blondie, and clearly the demon's got a fucking problem with Debbie Harry and just, like, stabs utter fuck out of the landlord. That part in the film looks really cool. Yeah. Like, the way... when it's in the kennels and then everything goes dark and he thinks the landlord's running at him, but really he's not. But I just feel like that whole part was done in like 5 minutes. You know, like Arnie takes the demon in, and I could have spent a bit longer with Arnie being like kind of tormented by the demon. Do you know what I mean? Because all you really get is like a curtain opening and watching him, and then he drops his chainsaw, and then the next minute he's stabbing his landlord 27 times. Do you know what I mean?
That whole section, I mean, it's the first, half hour, if you will, not even that maybe. That's the James Wan inspired bit. Yes. The rest after this is a bit of a mess. Yeah.
I don't know if this movie's the weakest because it stepped away from the kind of tried and true formula, which had already been done in the main two. And obviously by this time there'd been like 3 Annabelles and like a nun had came out and all this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So like, I feel like at this point you're like, right, hurry up, hit us with it. But I don't know if it's because they stepped away from the formula that's kind of got people in the back foot. Because I remember when we watched this and it did take us a minute to be like, what the fuck is going on in here on this day? Because like, you've got Arnie being possessed, then Lorraine and Ed are helping another police investigation find a body, and then they come back to that. It's very bizarre.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been so interesting though, because even the bits in this movie where like the Warrens are just so out of their depth, like they're trying to get the police to believe them, they're trying to go to a judge to be like, well, if you swear on a Bible and you accept the presence of God, you need to start...
If you hang in God, why can't you do it for the devil or something?
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I could not get my words out there. But yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? And I like the idea of that. If we were going to go with that one of like, right, okay, we're trying here, and then 5 minutes later we're in a Satanist cult, and like we're dealing with their cult in that way of like it's not a demon or a ghost, it's a Satanist bringing back a demon. Fuck knows, man.
So it was the Cult of the Ram, which, if you see, there's a priest in it, like a new character, and it's only the fucking Steward of Gondor.
Steward of Gondor!
Like, that guy's a fucking legend.
It's so funny, because I feel like we've both forgot that he was in this film, and as soon as he came up, the both of us at the exact same time, that's the fucking Steward of Gondor, mate!
Now, this might be my ignorance.
We're so scheming, it's disgusting.
But this might be my ignorance, but I've seen him in 3 things. Steward of fucking Gondor, The Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It, and fucking The Boys.
Yes.
Like,
oh yeah, of course.
yes.
He's Billy Butcher's dad in The
And
Boys.
see the 3 roles of that, he plays them fucking brilliant.
100%, 100%.
Like, he's the saving grace of this movie, and he's in it 10 minutes.
Genuinely, because the rest of this movie's piss poor, man.
Like, even its main selling scares, like the part where they're in the morgue, and it's just this big fat body thing running about, and it's like, what he's doing, it's not scary.
That's what I look like before I put makeup on. Just like running like...
But I just don't understand why you would do this. And it's not even that, it's that you knew it was from a cult from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it showed you like flashbacks of this woman doing this stuff.
Yeah, with like the goblets in the basement and all this kind of shit.
And it's oh, what is this? Oh, you're being haunted, you're this, you're that. It's like, fuck off, not slow.
And even like, do you know that way? Like, obviously, I understand in this film the Warrens are like chasing down this Satanist, right? But Arnie spends the whole time in jail and like pours like salt round himself to try and like keep the Satanist from thingying him.
Yeah.
And like the Warrens don't even perform the exorcism. It's just some mad rogue priest that like you can tell he's like, I ain't bother, I'll do it. And then Arnie starts rising from the bed and he's like, oh fuck, I better read this. But like, even I do think there's elements of this movie that could have been done better, and it could have been so cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, see even the bit where they're in, is it the mines? Like, no, when they go down to the Strudel Gondor's basement.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's like mines underneath their house or something.
There was tunnels built, I'm sure, because it was on an old farm. I'm not 100%, but aye.
But there's like even the bits like that. Like, see when Lorraine's trying to find the Satanist woman in the tunnels. It's so cool. Like, the Satanist is like throwing all these mad tricks at her to try and get her disorientated and stuff. And then even when like Ed comes down and Ed's trying to like hit her with a sledgehammer and all this. But, you know, again, the power of love and friendship manages to break the demon's hold on him.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a problem in this movie. Because
it's a problem in all of them, what you talking
No,
about?
but the second one, not so much, because Lorraine actually banishes Valak using stuff that, well, in movie logic anyway, works.
I know your name, demon! Yes. The Marquis of Snakes.
Yeah, the first one, it's like, oh, that's your kid, remember you love your kid. So being a mother means you don't get possessed and kill your wains.
Alright, Scarlet Witch, calm down.
The third one is just, oh, you love me, remember that? Yeah, you're like, I do love you, I'm not going to kill you.
Remember you've been heavy obsessed with me since we were teenagers? Like,
That in the end is just fucking painful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, you owe the devil a soul, and he'll take, what was it? He says, you owe the devil a soul when he's come to collect or something.
And you know, see whoever wrote that script was like, I fucking ate that, by the way. What a fucking mic drop moment. And it's just not. But you know, as well, see Patrick Wilson's face when he's delivered it, he's like, fucking yes, bitch. And it's like, no, it's terrible, man.
I've got the opposite. I think he's like, I'm not saying that. He's like, look, it's the last day of filming, fucking set, and we're done. He went, and so, like, I can picture him like, oh, the devil soul yet, and be like, fuck this, and just walk off. It's like, this movie, like, the script's a mess, the story's a mess, and the fact that this is a real, like, obviously the Enfield that is real phenomena that's happened.
This is an actual real court case.
This is a real life murder case that's happened, and it's like, to have the demon in that in the jail, and is it, no, this guy murdered somebody. Like, this isn't just a, like, oh, maybe this is what, no, there's documented shit that's happened here.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's used the devil, like, possessed him as an excuse, and by all accounts, he got away with it.
Yeah, because, like, see after the exorcism of Arnie, and then he goes into the court, and they really build it up to be like, oh my god, he's getting out, he's going to get away with it. The court's going to realise that, like, it was the demon, blah, blah, blah. And then it comes up with title cards like, Arnie was in the jail for 5 years. Like,
yeah. I mean, the fact he only
he's up in Barrel, the new.
Like, he only got, I can't remember what it was he got, but he's out of jail now.
Yeah, just cutting about, because there's a documentary on Netflix about it.
And I'm it's just disgusting that, like, they've kind of made out as if, oh, we sorted this, as if, fuck off.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You got a guy off of a murder charge, like.
He was going for the death penalty because he killed somebody.
No, but, like, in real life, did the guy not actually stab the landlord, like, 22 times
or
something?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, if you're stabbing somebody more than once, that's rage, that's hate, that's, like, if it was a woman, it would be a crime of passion, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, aye. Like, that's not something that just, you don't just do that.
Yeah. I thought, see, when you said the ending was shite, I thought you were talking about the gazebo bit. Because, like, the start of the film, they're like, oh, look, we met and we kissed under the gazebo.
Oh, fuck, don't
and
get me
then at the
started on
end,
that.
he, like, builds the gazebo.
Yeah.
But I love when you moan about cheesy endings, because every ending in The Conjuring is cheesy. Like, the end of the second one is them, like, slow dancing at Elvis around their Christmas tree.
Yeah, nah, that doesn't bother me. It's just more, it's this, the idea behind this one is that, and I know they're not meaning it to bum the Warrens up, but it's just, people are going to associate that with the real life counterparts.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. Like, Ed Warren's an arsehole.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say why, but he was an arsehole. Look it up.
Yeah. God, you're really on an anti-Warren speech here.
Nah, fucking, see, because I've listened to a lot of stuff and read a lot of stuff, and they're dicks.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Like, pure dicks. Fuck them. Right, have you got any more to say?
No, third one was shite.
Right, let me get into the real life stuff then.
Right, cool.
So, obviously, the movie, Day the Exorcist, all goes Pete Tong, right? Fair enough. They did do an exorcism on David Glatzel?
Glatzel.
David Glatzel. And he did actually say, take me instead. This is what he's claiming.
Right, okay.
But
So,
this is where it gets a bit different.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you were going to be like, this movie hits the nail on the head, right? Okay.
Aye. The judge presiding over the case in real life rejected the demonic possession defence, calling it incompetent evidence. Basically, there's no way you can prove this. It's such a bullshit argument that you can't prove it. The jury never heard any testimony regarding possession.
Wait, if your defence is the devil made me do it, surely you would have something, anything, anything.
This is the thing though, because it was the Warrens that went on all the TV shows and that, like the talk shows and that, saying this.
That's the bit at the end of the film,
Yes.
where that's where the talk show host is like, oh, how are you going to get this guy away with the devil made me do it?
So the jury never heard anything about possession and that, and the trial was focused on facts of what actually happened on the night of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
And still, crazy enough, he only done 5 years of a 10 to 20 year sentence for first degree manslaughter.
That's crazy.
It was a heated argument that broke out. They got into a fight and he stabbed this, like, he butchered this guy.
That's the thing though, right? Is, see if you told me, we're turning into a true crime podcast at this point, but see if you told me, oh, he stabbed the guy twice, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's like self-defense, or that's like an accident or something. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a number of stab wounds I would consider like accidental or self-defense.
Yeah.
27 fucking stab wounds. That's not self-defense. That's rage.
Yeah.
That's anger. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, that's just like continuing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I don't know, but see if the stuff I've read in that, dear true crime listeners, but see you actually stab somebody, like that takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
See to do it 27 times, that would hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you would actually be in pain.
what the stab? Well, the stabby's obviously going to be in
well,
pain.
you're
The
hoping by
stabbed one's sore.
Yeah, they're hoping that after like stab 3 or 4 you're dead, so you're not feeling
Aye,
it. But
100%.
the person doing the stabbing, like you need to put some amount of pressure on that to actually get through.
That's tennis elbow, man.
Aye.
Right there.
And another thing is, see during the whole court case and that, no cults, no nothing. That was all made up.
Oh, really?
There was nothing about it, about a satanic cult of the Ram and all that.
So how come the real life guy got off in like 5 years
No
if there's
idea.
like no cults, no nothing?
None.
Like, at least in this, like, they could like bring a bit for the fucking Satanist altar and be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is what done it. Do you know what I
They
mean?
try to push it that in this movie that like this is what caused it, but in real life the court and I was like, you can't use that. That's not an argument.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go to a court after doing something illegal and be like, oh, I was possessed. They would like you can't prove it.
Yeah.
Therefore, you also can't disprove it if there's no evidence. So it's like it's a bullshit argument.
Yeah. It is a good tagline though, eh? Like, the devil made me do it. Like, I'm going to use that as an excuse next time I phone into work.
At the time though, you had my dates might be off here, but Son of Sam was meant to be a cult thing.
Yes.
You had the D&D cult stuff.
Yeah,
You had-
Satanic Panic.
Yeah.
shit.
You had The Devil Made Me Do It,
Yeah.
which I believe the ones in it were banding about because they were opportunists. They just wanted to, like, see if they could get their name out there and ideally make a few quid doing it. They would do it.
Yeah.
So it's just caught up in the perfect storm of everything happening. But This movie's probably the worst for it.
Yeah.
Because it is blatant and not telling the truth. Not that I'm wanting them to tell the truth, like what actually happened, but this one's like so out there, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like in all of them, but especially this one, just take out based on a true story. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just see if all of these movies were just considered fiction, no danger. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't take away from them. Like, you would still watch them, but the fact that when you look all this stuff up, how different it is and how dickhead the Warrens are, like, the Warrens to me will always be Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. I don't want to know about the real life pricks, do you know what I mean? Like, I just want Patrick Wilson singing Elvis and Vera Farmiga looking all lovely, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. The documentary, Devil Made Me Do It as well, came out about the same time.
Yeah, that wasn't very good, and that didn't really tell you anything either, do you know what I mean?
It didn't. It kind of portrayed the Warrens in it's the light that they should be.
Yes.
Because it showed you that they all didn't want involved, all the family, in doing all this, like, paranormal shit, but they were kind of forced to because it would look better if they'd done it for the case.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just theatrics to them, but ultimately, whether or not it got included in it, it worked. Like, the guy only done 5 years. He married that woman, and she stayed with him, so there must be. I know, this one leaves a bad, like, taste in my mouth.
Yeah. I didn't like it at the time, and it got... I remember feeling vindicated for not liking it because everyone hated this one, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know anybody that likes this film. And then on the rewatch, I didn't hate it as much. Like, I wasn't as offended when we watched it because I was going in being like, this one's heavy shite. Like, I understand what they tried to do. There's no stakes in this movie. Everything just gets resolved super quickly. And I just kind of wish they picked one or the other. Like, see if the whole thing had just been trying to get this guy off on The Devil Made Him Do It, right? Without satanic cults or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But I think it's because, like, seeing the other two, there's, like, so the first one you've got Annabelle and Bathsheba. Second one you've got The Crooked Man and Valak and Bill Wilkins, if you want to include him. This one, there wasn't really anything. It was literally just the devil, Arnie Johnson. So I think they kind of had to add the Satanist in as like, oh, this is the fucking Annabelle equivalent in this film. And it's like, no, babe, no.
I would have made a weak movie because it was a weak argument to have in a court.
Yeah.
Which, see, court-based paranormal stuff, fantastic.
So good. I love a courtroom drama and I love a paranormal courtroom drama even more.
It can be done, so I don't know why they'd done it. They went down this route.
I know, me neither. Right, so move on to the last one, right? Conjuring 4 Last Rites.
Right.
Right, okay, right, wait. Before I even get into it, right? We're not going to dive too deep into this one. We don't want to spoil it. It literally came out like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So go and see it if you've not already seen it, right? When we left the cinema, I was like, okay, I'm satisfied. No bother, right? Like, I can live with that. Some bits didn't quite sit with me, but I was like, as a wrap up to the franchise, I can live with that, right? And you were the same as me. You were like, that was fine. But then for the rest of the week, I think you and me were both thinking about it and we kept talking about it and we're like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And then by like say we went to see this movie on like the Monday, by the Sunday we were both like, no, we just need to admit it was shite.
Yeah, like the story's nonsense. There's this weird like angelic light around everything.
Yes. There's a pure Snapchat filter across this movie. Yeah.
And it's like nothing really happens.
Like, so this movie follows the Smurl family, right?
Yeah.
And this, again, in the same vein of what the third one does, you spend bare minimum time with this family. You don't know this family. You don't care about this family. But their house is haunted by some devil mirror, right? But the movie spends more time with Ed, Lorraine, Judy, who's all grown up now, and Judy's boyfriend, who is your man who played Roger Taylor in Queen from EastEnders.
Aye.
But Judy is obviously an adult now, and she's starting to kind of get a sense of of the clairvoyant, of the paranormal, shall we say, right? Now, the fact that Judy's turned out anywhere near fucking reasonable is a shock to anybody, because our mom and dad are never there. They're gallivanting everywhere, saving fucking everybody else for goes. And then I'm pretty sure Annabelle comes home, the fourth one.
Judy?
Yeah, Judy's babysitter opens the fucking door and lets all these demons into the house.
Yep.
So, like, no, like, the fact that Judy is any semblance of, like, normal and can live a normal life, I'm like, big up, queen, because it would not be fucking me. I would literally be in a white padded cell, then I'd just be like, Valak's on its way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, the problem with this is, I feel like Michael Chavez, like, he directed this one, I know.
With James Wan producing.
Yeah, but he really wanted to go balls to the wall and scares, which didn't work.
It didn't work.
Like, he wasn't smart enough about it, or it just wasn't written well enough. But see, rather, like, near the end, I think he just decided, fuck it, I'm just going to go for the entertainment factor. Like, the ending of this one is by far the worst out of all of them.
Yeah, so without trying to spoil anything, at the end of this movie, there's not really a resolution in the way you would want, right? And that's all I'm going to say. But that was another one when we left the cinema. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, the rest of the movie was okay. And then just as the rest of the week went on, I was like, no, I don't think I like that.
Yeah, like, there's, for your last one, like, you either need to have a fantastic story or give us the greatest hits.
100%.
Like, give us Annabelle, give us Valak, give us everything.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like,
it's
fucking
so weak.
Infinity War as a belter, do you know what I mean?
Give us little bits of, like, what made the universe, like, the whole universe so good.
Because this movie's not short. This is a 2.5 hour fucking movie.
Why do we need a 2.5 hour horror movie?
This is what's going on now, though. Like, there's so many now that just... An hour 40 is perfect, do you know what I mean? An hour 40 is enough time to build tension, build atmosphere, get a couple of jump scares in and send you up the road, right? Now there seems to be a right fucking trend of horror movies being nearly 3 hours long, and it's like, unless this is the best horror movie I've ever seen in my life, I'm bored, mate. Your patience all the way off.
Yeah.
And in this one, they spent more time with the Warrens in a non-ghost hunting capacity. Like, I don't care that Judy's getting married. I don't care. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, jumping on another trend that's happening in horror right now, why are all the demons looking like Marilyn Manson?
Yeah.
Like, Smiles started it, and then there's, like, loads of them now where it's like, what is Marilyn Manson doing in this movie? Like, why is that cunt in the jail? Do you know what I mean?
The demons in this could have been so cool.
And they're just not.
Yeah. Like, you even have, like, little callbacks bit where it's like, oh, was that something? Was that not?
Yeah.
But there's no payoff. There's no nothing.
No.
Why? Why is that?
The moral of this film is don't buy creepy looking furniture for your fucking house. Yeah. Actually, to be fair, I feel like that is a thing across the ones, because the first one, the wardrobe that Bathsheba's on top of, that came with a house. Yeah. And that's a big creepy looking fucking wardrobe. Second one, they keep the chair in the house that Bill Wilkins died in. This one, spoiler alert guys, it's a mirror with 3 cherubs on the top of the mirror, but the mirror is this, like, kind of, it's almost like a black varnish. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, you would look at this thing and be like, no. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's such a stupid... Like, I understand with mirrors and that, like, it can be, oh, is it you or is it another version of you and that, but they don't even do anything with it. No, they
don't.
Like, the mirror can be so cool. Like, they could use so much of it, but they don't.
No, it can be so effective, but they just... the fourth one's shit, guys.
Yeah,
no, it's really bad.
Don't watch it.
Just watch the second one. Watch the first one and the second one. Annabelle comes home and then on 2, and leave it at that.
Do you know what the funny thing is? We're sitting talking us up. We hate more of the movies than what actually we like.
At let's do a Conjuring overview.
Right.
We're like, it's shite.
I'm going to say it. I think the Conjuring universe might be a flop.
No, it's not. It's not.
Two good movies.
No, but it's Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as well. They're so good.
Aye, in 2 movies.
Aye, shut up, Ross, right? Right, sorry, I love that we've got to the end of this episode and then be like, I don't think we like The Conjuring.
Aye, it'll be like 2 movies out of what, 10 or 12 or
Aye,
something?
100%. But like, I think we both wanted a lot more from this because, I mean, it's called Last Rites. The poster looks so cool. It's four of them screaming, but their faces are inverted, so it's like the devil's head.
Yeah.
In the middle, and I'm not being funny, the devil's head kind of looks a bit like Ethan Hawke in Black Phone, but okay.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
But you know what I mean? It was like, right, okay, it's the last one. It's called Last Rites. There's a fucking devil on the poster. Like, this is going to be amazing. In America, there's like priests outside the screenings, like blessing people before they go in. This is going to be great. And I'm just like, how? Like, I think as well people got excited because it was like, oh, James Wan's back. And it's like, no. James Wan's just producing it. Yeah. It's the same way with this Him movie that's coming out. Everyone's like, oh my God, Jordan Peele. No, Jordan Peele's producing it. Do you know what I mean? I think James Wan should have came back and taken the reins for the last one. I think if he'd done it, we could have streamlined this right down. Because again, it's the 4th movie. You know what you're in for. You know there's some form of haunted house and the Warrens are going to come in and save the day, right? So I could have done less of Judy getting... I think there could have been ways of Judy getting her powers, getting together with her powers without this whole... like wedding subplot, is she going to get married? That bit though is the most horrifying bit in the movie. Spoiler alert, guys, right? There's a part where Judy is trying on her wedding dress and it's those 360 mirrors. So there's like a mirror on every single fucking wall. That is the most terrifying part of the movie because that is literally what it's like trying on a wedding dress. Like, you are seeing parts of yourself that you didn't want to see. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were in the cinema and I turned around to Ross and I was like, it is that horrific. Like, the best and worst part about this movie, not even the movie, the viewing experience, right, was anytime anything would happen, and I mean anything, right, like something would start, like a lampshade would start swinging or something, the guy in front of us really loudly was like, what's that there? And like pure point all the way over, and I'm like, I can see it, mate, I can see it.
Yeah, Matt, see if this was the first movie and it was just building into the Ed and Lorraine one, that fair enough, but you had to go all out in this.
Yeah.
As I said, give us fucking Valak with Annabelle wanting to kick fuck at us.
Aye, team up with me. Yeah.
Make it ridiculous. We don't need any more real life cases because 100%. You've bastardised it with Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
Just give us Valak fucking hunting you down. Have fucking Valak, Teresa Farmiga, Vera Farmiga.
Teresa Farmiga?
Teresa.
Oh, Thaisa. Alright, yeah. I was like, who the fuck's Teresa?
No. Have fucking the 2 sisters, 2 Farmigas in it.
Yeah.
Because they would roughly be the same age, I believe.
And in this timeline, yeah.
Fucking have it. Just send it, man.
Aye, 100%.
Instead we get fucking the wee cunt for EastEnders. Oh, I'm going to marry you, Wayne. Fuck off.
No, you're no, mate. No, you're no.
You're about 12 and you're a retired police officer. Saddle up it.
And like, I know in real life, and you'll probably get into this in about 5 minutes, I know in real life this was the case that the Warrens decided that's fucking plenty. Oh no, is it not? Right, okay, nope. Never mind it, I've just pure spoiled that. This movie is advertised, and in the opening credits at the start of this movie, it's basically like, this is the case that ended the Warrens' career, traumatized their family and all that. But you still get the same cheesy ending, like, you're fine, do you know what I mean? Again, I realise we said no spoilers and we've basically lightly spoiled this film, but, you know, like,
there's nothing to spoil, really.
Yeah, we're just trying to save you 2.5 hours of your life, do you know what I mean? Right, Ross, hit us with your power.
Basically, it just follows the same stuff as what they've done before. They weren't invited, they kind of turned up, they only retired for old age.
Oh, really?
Yes, and the family were that scarred for it that Judy and her husband ended up taking over the family business and basically franchising everything off.
Oh, really?
They started merchandise, they started their own stuff. They kept the museum going even though the mum wanted to have it closed. Because basically once Ed died in real life, like she wasn't the salesperson of this, like, this act, if you will. So she wasn't really bothered.
Yeah. That's another thing about Judy in the film. Well, Judy in real life as well. If you're growing up, I know obviously you said the real life one was a garage with like 4 things in it, right? But the Conjuring movie museum, if you're growing up and your bedroom's literally 10 minutes away from that room, get that to fuck, by
Yeah.
the way. Absolutely fucking not.
Like, they were selling like warring alcohol and all that.
Fuck off.
These were deeply like her parents were deeply religious.
Yeah.
But they just basically branched out and tried to sell everything.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they were the ones to give James Wan the rights to make the movies. Yeah.
And now Matt Rife owns the Warren's house.
He's a dick, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
I hope Annabelle fucks him up.
That's it. It's just the last one. It's such a bad ending.
Yeah.
Like I didn't hate the third one as much as I hated the fourth one.
Yeah.
Because although he does go back to that similar, the house is haunted, the Warrens go in, he just done everything wrong in it.
Yeah, no, he did.
And some of the stuff, especially with the mirrors, just ridiculous.
No, I know.
Like, some of it just, for a mirror, it's not even believable that mirrors can do some of this stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
It's a mirror, guys.
I do feel like you and me, when we came out of the cinema, we're like, yeah, that was fine. This was absolutely fine. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Although
you're in denial.
Yeah, I mean, although it sounds like I'm shitting on these movies a lot, I do enjoy them.
Yeah. Oh no, they're cheesy. Once you've seen one Conjuring movie, you've seen them all. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm including the fucking spin-offs in that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that doesn't mean that they're bad movies. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're cheesy, but the scares can be good.
Yeah.
I do realise the last 2 Conjuring movies were not selling. Stick to the first 2. But, like, they are what they say on the tin. Do you know what I mean? They are popcorn horror movies. Do you know what I mean? Again, like, these would be the kind of movies you would go on, like, a date or, like, with your friends, or, like, if you're showing your niece her first horror movie. That kind of shit. Ease people in, do you know what I mean? Like, these are, like, gateway horror, if you know what I mean. Like, if you like this, you'll then go and look up other, like, haunted house movies or possession movies or something, and the tumbleweed will grow, do you know what I mean?
Aye. Got a question for you. These are called The Conjuring, right? What's actually ever conjured?
Here, by the way, I don't know.
The demons are already there.
Yeah, that's true.
The demons are never conjured in this film.
Yeah, that's true. Well, third one, they're conjured. Because the Satanist brings the demon in.
Other than the third one, then. And the other 3, what demons are conjured?
Nobody's actual conjuring anything, are they?
Like, there should be like the unconjured, they're already there.
The shite exorcism.
Yeah. Like,
just call it the Warrens, do you know what I mean?
I could accept that. Warrens.
Yeah, the Conjuring. Another thing, right? The poster for the first Conjuring, right, is the house with the tree, right? That tree is literally in one scene, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like...
There's one scare into that tree.
Yeah. I feel like the posters for the Conjuring movie really... Like, they're not geeing you the way it should, do you know what I mean?
Saying that, I suppose if you did it for the second one, what would it be? Just a council house?
Just that chair, like, meh.
Funny thing, see for the second one, like, it's an old like a woman from Ghana. Oh, sorry, an old Nigerian woman lives in it. Like, it's just clearly nothing's happening there.
Like, she's just chilling in that gaff. Yeah.
Like, I can imagine they go and say, don't fucking do that. Like, cheap living here, get it fucked. You're not making me move.
That's what you always say. Like, you were like, as long as the ghost pays rent, it can do what it likes.
Honestly, if the ghost wants to pay rent, I can slam every door in this fucking house.
But until that day, get too far.
You're not doing a fucking hanging here.
Well, guys, this has been our Conjuring episode. I want to say, go and watch the Conjuring movies, but I feel like at the end of this episode, we're like, just stick to the first 2, guys. It's
stick
fine,
to the first 2. Annabelle Comes Home and The Nun 2.
Aye, that's about right.
4 out of 10. It's not that bad.
Aye, that's fine. That's plenty. We'll see you next week for another installment of Spooky Season. It's just a shame that you have to wait 7 days for the next episode. Bye!
Bye! This is my house.